easy place to be.
Of course, we must say that most of the areas lies in remote areas. Still, I must say that I serve in kingship, and I am serving in this so-called, I mean, democratic condition. But the to me, I serve 34 years in aviation. For me, aviation is in fact, everybody fight for the democracy. Time and again, there are many, I mean, revolutions in Nepal, but we need peace, and peace could not be established by these political leaders. I must say that.
Yes, I understand. Gentlemen, I was thinking we could delay. There's always the option of delay, but I think you're here. Dr. Deena is here. I would love to have you guys, you gentlemen, start off and read your poem. And this way, when other people come, they can come and read their poem. Dr. Deena,
Thank
while
you,
you're
sir.
getting settled and get ready, I'm going to go ahead and ask Devendra to go ahead and read your poetry, sir. Go ahead, start us off. Let's make this thing happen. I respect the fact that you're here on
Thank you,
time.
sir. Thank you for giving opportunity to me. May I start now?
Yes, please.
Are you okay, Devendra? Seems to have frozen.
So I have to start it. Yeah, yes, I'm okay. Yeah, yeah. So, Dr. Dr. Richard sir said that I have to start today.
Yeah, no problem. Go for
May I
it.
go? Thank you, sir.
Please feel free to go begin. And we've got some more people
So,
coming.
to
Alexandra,
six
nice to
7 days
see you.
traveling to Pokhara by flight, I have written. Yeah.
Devendra, you might
My
want to turn off
about
your
weather
video
will
so that we
minima.
can hear your audio better.
Airports are there to stop people.
Welcome. Sir, you might want to turn off your
Okay,
video
thank you,
so
sir.
that the information of your sound will come across better because right now you're breaking up quite a bit. Okay, well, and they say breaking up is hard to do. Welcome, Shobha. Okay. Dr. Dean, I hear your marvelous voice. Uh,
Yeah,
would you like to begin next, sir?
yeah, sure. Let me go for it. Okay, just to give you a background of what's been happening in my country, 16th of November 1860, our first indentured laborers were sent over by the British Empire to Africa, to KwaZulu-Natal. And this is a day that we actually commemorate. Some people commemorate it, some people celebrate the arrival of the indentured Indians to South Africa. So I was asked to write a poem about it a few years ago, and then I wrote something called Hands Helped Hands, and it's been included in an anthology called Coastlines. There's this, I think over 20 poets in that collection, and it's just been released this year in South Africa. So I'm going to read this poem, which gives a background of what happened on the 16th of November, 1860. Hands helped hands. Hands reached across the ocean, the stormy Indian Ocean, to India. White and black hands reached for brown hands to nurture a sweet land of sugar, a land of new birth, Natal, KwaZulu, South Africa. Gnarled, wise brown hands joined strong black hands and tough white hands to nurture a beautiful sunny country. A fusion of all races and cultures helped our country blossom. The violin and the drums were joined by the sitar and by Bharatanatyam. A new, hard-working, loving South African people was born. They cultivated farms and built schools, libraries, technical colleges, hospitals, factories, and universities. The injustice experienced by the indentured and the recently unindentured ignited the birth of the Mahatma, whose philosophies would help free a world trampled and bled by imperialism. Brave South Africans tried to stand up. They tried to live their lives. Confidence and courage grew. The empires of vampires began to disintegrate. Gradually, over many years, as the curricula were decolonized, the eyes of the people became more South African. The shackles were slowly shattered. The whores and the conquered began to diminish. The world began, at last, to become more free. Our country was freed by all its people. We are grateful for all who love all our people, all who do not attack their own country, all who nurture her spirit, all who help create employment and help reduce its poverty and its pain, all who help create a future for South Africa. Maibuya Africa. Maibuya is Zulu for saying, come back, Africa. Thank you. That's my poem.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Thank you so much. Lovely. I'm going to ask Alexandra, would you read next, dear?
Yeah, so I believe that what Dr. Deena just read, I think the same prayer would apply to every country. So I'll just share Flying 11, which is categorized in the simpler poems before I kind of went off limits with my philosophical. Okay. When all I have is earth sun warming my horizons, sweet Psyche, tender wings fluttering anxiously, for it is the flight that matters, dragging my aging dreams, persevering in all kinds of weather, reaching heights of Icarus, heights of the supreme, each creation immortalizing mortality, keeping it alive. Creations blowing everywhere, through my eyelashes, through the skies. Flames and eyelashes becoming one. Scorching our weaknesses, guiding lost souls. When all I have is a dandelion pappus to blow. Seeds floating through the vortex to the cerulean ethers. For it is the flight that matters. Chasing my windy wishes, releasing the nails of mental prisons. Drifting, breaths of nature, breaths of freedom, each ideal golden energy sent into pure light. Ideals blowing everywhere, through my heart, through the skies. Zephyr and heart becoming one, subduing the ego to service the higher good. I'll stop there.
Thank you so much, Alexandra. Thank you so much. Next up, let me bring Shobha Deshpande. Shobha, you are next, my dear. Please feel free to read your poem.
Yes, my name is Shobha Deshpande and I'm from Hyderabad. I'm reading one nice poem. I'm writing 3 languages, Marathi, Telugu, Hindi. Today I am telling Telugu. Pustakama. Na priyamaina pustakama. Na priyamaina pustakama. నీవు లేక నాది ఒంటరి బతుకమ్మ. నీవు లేక నాది ఒంటరి బతుకమ్మ. ఒంటరితనములో నీవు మంచి స్నేహితురాలు అమ్మ. నా ఒంటరి స్తనంలో నీవు మంచి స్నేహితురాలివమ్మ. బాధలో, నిరాశలో, నిరుత్సాహంలో నీవే నాకు తోడువమ్మ. బాధలో, నిరాశలో, నిరుత్సాహంలో నీవే నాకు తోడువమ్మా. ఓ పుస్తకమా, ఓ నా పుస్తకమా, ఓ మా మంచి నేస్తమా. బయట ఎలా బ్రతికినా నాకంటూ ఒక విలువనిస్తావు. బయట ఎలా బ్రతికినా నాకంటూ ఒక విలువనిస్తావు. ఓటమిని రుచి చూడనీయకుండా చేస్తావు. ఓటమిని రుచి చేయకుండా చూస్తావు. నిరుత్సాహంలో నాకు ప్రేరణతో ఉత్సాహం కలిగిస్తావు. నిరుత్సాహంలో నాకు ప్రేరణతో ఉత్సాహం కలిగిస్తావు. నాకు లోకాన్ని చూపించే అద్భుతమైన పుస్తకమా. నాకు లోకాన్ని చూపించే అద్భుతమైన పుస్తకమా. పుస్తకమా, ఓ పుస్తకమా, ఓ నా మంచి నేస్తమా. ఆనందానికి ఊపిరి పోసే నా ప్రాణమా. ఆనందానికి ఊపిరి పోసే నా ప్రాణమా. జీవితాలనే ఆదర్శంగా మార్చే పుస్తకమా. జీవితాలనే ఆదర్శంగా మార్చే పుస్తకమా. అధిక జ్ఞానాన్ని పంచిపెట్టే పుస్తకమా. అధిక జ్ఞానాన్ని పంచిపెట్టే పుస్తకమా. అనుభవాలందించే నా ప్రియతమా. అనుభవాలందించే నా ప్రియతమా. జీవితాలను మార్చే నేస్తమా. జీవితాలను మార్చే నేస్తమా. జ్ఞానాన్ని సంపాదించి మేధాశక్తిని పెంచే ఓ నా పుస్తకమా. జ్ఞానాన్ని ప్రసాదించి మేధాశక్తిని పంచే ఓ నా పుస్తకమా. నా ప్రతిభను పంచే నా ప్రియ నేస్తమా. నా ప్రతిభను పెంచే నా ప్రియ నేస్తమా. తోడు నీడగా నిలిచే పుస్తకమా. తోడు నీడను నిలిచే పుస్తకమా. నాలుకపై కదలాడే సరస్వతీదేవి. నాలుకపై కదలాడే సరస్వతీదేవి అనుగ్రహమా. ఓ పుస్తకమా, మా పుస్తకమా, మా నేస్తమా. I wrote about book. Book is my friend. Every time I am only alone, that time also helping them. That's why I like books. If any problem, happiness, sadness, that time also helping book. That's why I'm telling like this. Oh pustakama. Thank you very much giving this
Thank
chance.
you so much.
Yes.
That was lovely. Thank you. I'd like to ask Dr. Gopal Purdhani. Doctor, would you read us your poem next, sir?
All my friends, good evening, good morning, and namaskar. I have been writing since my very early days, and I write in 5 languages. And today, on somebody's recommendation, I'm going to read a poem in Punjabi. The cap I am wearing was presented to me by the Defense Minister to celebrate the Diamond Jubilee of 1964, which I fought actively and won it. We won 1965 war against Pakistan. This is a cap plus so many other gifts and mementos were given to us. And I was from my department, which is called Army Ordnance Corps. I'm the only one who actually fought the war. And my experience of all 3 wars which we won with Pakistan, I am going to write and address all the scientists of the world, what they are doing, what they should not do, and what should they do. My Punjabi poem is कि सारे जग दे साइंसदानों नू मेरा भारी नमस्कार माफी नजरअंदाज कर देना जे होवे कोई मेरे से गुस्ताखी बर्बादी दे हथियारां दी की लोड़ सी बनाना बर्बादी दे हथियारां दी की लोड़ सी बनाना किन्ना सुंदर कुदरत दा रचिया ये जमाना राकट ते मिसालां बना के बंदा गया पगला रॉकेट वगैरह बना के इंसान जो है पागल हो गया रॉकेट ते मिसालां बना के बंदा गया पगला हस्से वांगू सुदाइयां अपनी ताकत ते इतरा बिल्कुल जिवें सप्पां वांगू अपनी खल नू खावे कहते हैं सांप जब बहुत गुस्से में होता है तो अपने ही स्किन को खाना शुरू कर देता है अपने आप को बाइट करना शुरू करता है अपनी पूंछ भी काट देता है उस सांप की तरह आज का इंसान हथियार बना रहा है न्यूक्लियर बॉम्ब बना रहा है रॉकेट बना रहा है मिसाइलें बना रहा है ये सब कुछ ना करो बिल्कुल जिमें सप्पां वांगू अपनी खल नू खावे सब दा भला करो तुसी और अगे चलो मेहर करो मेहरबानी करो इहो जही कमां नू हुंदे इहो जे कम्मां नू छड्ड दो अपना भला साबित करके नवां कम कड्डो नफरत दा छड्डो खैड़ा धर्मां नू मिलावो नफरत दा छड्डो खैड़ा ते धर्मां नू मिलाओ सब धर्म दे आदर करो ते एक हो जाओ सब धर्मां दा आदर करो और एक हो जाओ प्यार मोहब्बत दी कीमत प्यार मोहम्मद दी कीमत परखो भाईचारा अपनाओ सुंदर प्यारी कुदरत नू तुसी होर सुंदर बनाओ सुंदर प्यारी कुदरत नू तुम होर सुंदर बनाओ ये सब सांसदानों से मेरा है कि ऐसा काम करो जैसे इंसान की भलाई हो ऐसे बम मत बनाओ कि एक बम बैठा हो सारी तबाही हो गई सारा देश खत्म हो गया ये मेरे से नमस्कार धन्यवाद
Namaskar. Thank you so much, Colonel. I would like to invite my brother Lantern Carrier, please, to recite your work.
Thank you. Namaskar to all. Celebrations of light. Love, like a flawless djembe, is an eternal music, echoing its own symphonies, drumming its own songs. It is a transcendent pearl felt by all familiar with the diamonds in our hearts. Celebration is the beauty of love, striving to rediscover its innate freedom, become its own joy. It is an essential part of the light which makes us holy. The glowing smile of a mother post-delivery of a newborn is usually one of boundless joy. Gratitude is the mother of all virtues, the very life breath of paradise. Thanksgiving reminds us of this supernal virtue, of our birthright to celebrate the celestial song of perennial music, to come together and share in the spirit of family, of togetherness, singing the song of flowers, of instruments in an orchestra of love. Light, like the life tree of love, shows the path to both young and saging by utilizing the diverse branches through a plethora of festivities, showing that we're all unique beacons, have a right to stand tall in our excellence. Diwali teaches us the camaraderie of friendship, family, of the supreme value of good over evil, triumph over ignorance. It extolled the virtues of those who were and still are flawless benchmarks of the light that we are. The stars become our sparkle, concealing the darkness, parting the portals of our hearts wide open so that the light within can kiss our sanctity. Sometimes it is dark and I struggle only because I chase the moon away. Light inspires me to remove the dark clouds within, replacing them with the candle of vision so I can still see the lustrous dawn. It is in the realm of silent reflection that the fullness of light blends into the harp of symphonies. Celebrations, like a florist, teach me that diversity is sublime. It is not only the rose, but essentially the garden, which is the main team player, as the lushness of weeds, foliage, and branches also have something special to offer humanity. It is prudent to be mindful, though, as even moonlight can be another form of emptiness until love's dim-lit shadow merges with its ever-effulgent light delight. Flowers may not grow in harsh cold weather, but the winter clematis retains its beauty and joy, as this season is its natural habitat. It is to the peace eternal that I seek comfort in my emptiness, to face the world, to ease my pain. When the sky glows, flowers become awake, just as the cocoon emerges into an exquisite butterfly. It is the light of festivals that illumine, like the sun, like a child's radiant smile and innocent laughter, bringing nourishment to us, to the plants. This same awakener creates the miracle of a cocoon, and festivals become a channel of this energy of light. Love is the pulse of that which gives meaning to beings. Clouds tend to disperse when the heavens glimmer. Tulips fade in winter, only to rise again in the light of spring. Deep in our souls, light becomes the eloquent expression of the inexpressible, beseeching the guardian of the dawn, moon and stars, like seers and prophets, even in our darkest hours. It is then that love soothes my turbulent waves and craving heart, my turbulent waves and grieving heart, its sweet fire of words burning the dross of my loneliness, its mystical rhythms speaking to the immaculate profundity of my soul's journey. Lantern Carrier, thank you.
Thank you, sir. That is wonderful. Namaskar.
Namaskar.
Next, I want to call upon Maria, if you would read your poem next.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Richard. I'm so glad to see you being the host of this session of video meeting of Fertile Brands. Hope everything is fine with Prasanna and his health is good also too. I'm very delightful to be with you, Richard. Thank you very much. I have two pieces for today. One piece is in Portuguese and the other one is in English. And both have the same theme. The theme is peace. Peace in Portuguese, paz. Portuguese first, paz. Paz. A paz que habita em mim, a todos devo transmitir. Ela começa em nós, para que possa progredir. De nada adianta dizer precisamos de paz, se seu interior é revolto como o mar. Num dia de tempestade, com trovões e raios, destruindo tudo ao seu alcance, sem dó ou piedade. É da natureza humana ser infiel a si próprio, queixar-se por não conseguir o que considera fundamental para sobreviver. Não culpe o outro pelas tuas faltas. Se você não soube ofertar, Como pode exigir de volta o que jamais foi capaz de dar? Well, this was the first one. The second one is Rand in Rand. Rand in Rand. Hoist the flag of peace. Keep it upwards. We all deserve to live well among peers. Ephemeral is life. Don't waste time. Embrace kindness to multiply peace. A true man donates good deeds, a mirror to look at and resemble flawless. That's the right way in life to heal the world. Hand in hand, we get there. Thank you very much once more. Congratulations, Richard. I love to be with you. Thank you very much.
You're very kind, my friend. Beautiful poetry. Thank you.
Thank you.
Saraswati, my dear, would you consider reading your poem next?
Yeah, good evening, sir. Why not? Sure. Thank you so much for giving the opportunity to me. Firstly, I would like to say good morning, good evening, namaskar, sat sri akal, adab, salam to everyone. It's my humble pleasure to be here on this platform. Thank you so much, Prasanna Kumarji and Richard, sir. It's my humble honor to be here with you always on this platform. And at Sargam, thank you so much for giving an honor. I'll go with my two pieces today. One is in English and another one is in the Hindi. Hope Prasanna is doing well. He's okay, fine. Yeah, the poem goes like this. Sleeping on Streets. The poem of mine is tribute for the children. On the Children's Day, I wrote this poem for children. Sleeping on streets. Those children I saw sleeping on streets. Those children I saw sleeping on streets, they too have a right to get the smile like every normal child. They too have a right to get the smile like every normal child and worthy things for life. Streets are not their home. Streets are not their home. They too deserve early to bed and early to rise in life. Why are their eyes filled with the quench of thirst and hunger every time? Street lamps are their light of life. We should all work together and fight for their right. But somewhere in our comfort zone, we are just writing, talking, and not helping these tiny hearts, their small hands, working for the food, which is not right. Nourishment is a birthright for every child. Footpaths are for walking. Footpaths are for walking. They should no more be there, sleeping beds and learning lamp for night. They are children not born to render on streets. Before these tender hearts bleed, compromised for doing some unwanted deeds, should be served with love and worthy right for things. Every government mass of country can pick them from the streets and help them for equal right indeed. No country can make a future. No country can make a future bright. Children living and dying of hunger on streets. We should think of helping one child indeed. Then we will be called the best citizen. I'm right? Then we can help children. Then we can say happy children indeed. This was a tribute from my side for the children as we go walk on the streets and it becomes very painful to watch them sleeping and that hurts a lot everywhere we can find. I'll go with my another piece. Time is there, sir? Can I go with my another piece?
Absolutely, please.
That's in Hindi. It's a few lines on शायरी and I've written Hindi yesterday itself. कुछ अदब शायरी काफिर निगाह है या हम बयां कुछ करते हैं। काफिर निगाह हैं या हम बयां कुछ करते हैं, वो समझ कुछ और लेते हैं, वो समझ कुछ और लेते हैं। आलम सुलझा सा है, आलम सुलझा सा है, ही ख्यालात ही उलझे हैं उनके, या ख्यालात ही उलझे हैं उनके। हम तो सुलझे हैं, हम तो सुलझे हैं, मगर वो कुछ उलझे उलझे नजर आते हैं हमें। I'll explain it later on. एकाकीपन भी एक अजीब दास्तान है, एकाकीपन भी एक अजीब दास्तान है। कोई करीब नहीं, कोई दूर भी नहीं, कोई करीब नहीं, कोई दूर भी नहीं, मुकम्मल सारा जहां है, मुकम्मल सारा जहां है। एकाकीपन भी एक अजीब दास्तान है। यकीनन कोई दास्तान भी नहीं, यकीनन कोई दास्तान भी नहीं, फिर भी अनकही अजीब दिल में दफन एक दास्तां है कहीं ना कहीं। फिर भी अनकही अजीब दिल में एक दफन दास्तान है कहीं ना कहीं। क्यों बेकरार हो, क्यों बेकरार हो, क्यों बेकरार हो अनकही दास्तां के लिए, वो लब पर आएगा नहीं, वो लब पर आएगा नहीं। जो दिल में गर्द हुआ है, जो दिल में गर्द हुआ है, नमी आंखों की, खामोश लबों की, पी गई एक ओस की बूंद की तरह। जुर्म आंखों का, जुर्म आंखों का बेशकीमती अश्कों को अदा करना पड़ता है। जुर्म आंखों का बेशकीमती आंखों को अदा करना पड़ता है। नफीस रूह को तड़पना पड़ता है। क्या क्या अदा करना पड़ता है इश्क़े गुनाह में, इससे दूर ही रहना अच्छा है। ये मेरी कुछ शायरी थी, पंक्तियां थी, जिसमें may I explain all these lines, sir? Would you?
Please.
Okay. काफिर निगाह में हम हुए बयां, जैसे शुरुआत में मैंने आपके समक्ष ये अपनी पंक्तियां प्रस्तुत की हैं कि काफिर निगाह है या हम we are nomads or our eyes are nomad. What we are looking for everywhere around. Some things you'll find very much, they are open mindedly, you can understand, and some things you'll find very much complicated. In some aspects of life you are very much clean and clear, this is to be done like this, you have to go there. But sometimes you find the other person, they are complicated in their minds, and they feel in their eyes they are too much complicated, and they create complications of their own. And another paragraph stanza, एकाकीपन की भी एक अजीब दास्तान है. The person who is lonely, the person who is lonely, he or she can feel that some people are along with her or him, and they are in the crowd with the people. But sometimes they feel nobody is with them. Those who are far, they can be near to them, and those who are near, they can be far from them. So we call it we have a complete world of our. Some people call it we have a complete world of our, but yes, everyone has a different kind of stories in their life. क्यों बेकरार हो अनकही दास्तां के लिए. When our stories are not told and it cannot be read by other, why we get confused in our life? We shouldn't go and get confused and for everything, and those moisture in our eyes, those things, those thoughts bring those moisture in your eyes, and that become like an dewdrop, and they fall from your eyes. The eyes, they जुर्म आंखों का बेशकीमती अश्कों को अदा करना पड़ता है. We watch the thing with our eyes and become, prejudiced for those things. We want to get it, adopt it, and we want that thing to be with us. And that crime is done by those eyes. And when you don't get that thing, you don't find that thing in your life, then your eyes have to pay with your expensive, those, what do you call, tears. So that soul has to bother and has to trouble goes for the like terribly they want that thing, that person or anything. So it should be, we should not fall in love with those things, those make you cry. So these were my lines. Hope you understood. Thank you so much for giving me opportunity, everyone.
Thank you so much. Lovely poetry.
Yeah,
And thank you
everyone was good. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
for
Lantern
the
sir was very nice. Maria ma'am, you were too good. Yes, and I am very much feeling honored to be here. Lovely, lovely. Yeah, thank you, sir. Richard sir.
Thank you, thank you. I loved your first poem and the explanation about the second one also. I think children are our future and we have to take care of them. Not only children, but old people too, because they took care of us. And when they become old, they need our support and our care and our love. That's what we have to do. Okay, protection.
Thank you,
Thank
Maria.
you.
Thank you for thank you so much for your review. Thank you, Lantern
so
sir.
much.
Your poem was too good. Yeah, thank you.
Now I'm going to invite Mr. Mrinal Kanti Ghosh, if you would come forward, sir, with your poem. Can't hear you just yet. Don't forget to unmute. Not yet.
Now? Hello?
Yes, now I can hear you
Yes,
fine.
thanks.
Thank you, sir. Please read your poem.
I'm reading my two little poems. First poem is Black Sky. The black sky, I lost my vision. Silent and roofless road, joyless tears. I may feel you from my lost vision. Gleaming lights, shining my lost memory. Roofless clouds, sweet and beautiful memory, fleeting my childhood. My next poem, Loveless Pain. Loveless pain. Loveless pain, the motionless slumbers. We are all together in the deep, dark night. The pines forest are crazy here. The busy sun wandering the lonely memory. Our beautiful past memories passes away from the lonely and nice, charming way. We are always in loveless pain. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay. You have a wonderful day. Next up, we have the charming and talented Mehzabeen Hussain. My dear, bring us your poem.
Hello, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes.
The title of my poem is Every Little Word. It's a poem on memory and ache. The sky hangs like an old postcard, folded at the edges. And underneath, I wonder, a grown child with too much heart, who weeps at every little word, as if each word that ever existed carries a face I forced myself to forget. There are days when the tears don't come, yet my eyes still ache, holding scenes pressed in the album of mind. A courtyard warm with summer dust, a wooden swing that creaks like a non-singer's failed attempt at singing, the scent of boiled milk spilling from my mother's kitchen. In that memory, I'm neither child nor stranger, just the absence that sits quietly between the dog that curls up and sleeps and a wind tracing names on the broken wall. The house is gone now, gone from my memory, gone from my dreams. But I still hear someone slicing raw jackfruit with stories sticking to their palms, someone shifting dreams from rice in a winnow, as if peace could be separated from the noise of living. And I ache in the bones of these memories. My name is never spoken in that world, but I feel it breathing in the hush of the forgotten dawns, in the scrape of heels on wet earth, in the stillness after a monsoon's rage. At every little word, a name, a place, a scent, my silence breaks, like a soft clay remembering the shape of a vanished hand. At every little word, I become again the ache I never wrote down. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. That was wonderful. Just wonderful. Thank you. Okay, next up, we have Devendra. Sir, you're back with us. That's wonderful. I'd like you to go ahead and read for us, sir. Devendra, did you hear me, sir? Okay, you're muted. Unmute yourself. You are muted, sir. Please unmute yourself. Devendra. You're currently muted still, sir. Unmute yourself and please begin again. Ah, there we go. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Sorry for that.
Okay.
Namaste, everybody from Nepal. Weather below minima. Airports are there to serve peoples and carry goods in shortest and safest way. Airline operators invest huge amounts, expecting return back they pay. Professional, well-trained human resources are required for aviation business, which all should obey. Remaining within the safety and security norms, flights are operated around the globe during night and day. Fully equipped aircrafts and airports with all modern facility may operate without hassles, and passengers can travel in a pleasant way. Thundering, lightning, hailstones, heavy shower rain, snowfall create adverse effects to flights. Pilots should have attention to pay. Airports are situated in difficult topographical regions, have to follow some extra norms for safer flight, by which flights may delay. Among some other critical factors like aircraft conditions, runway condition, and adverse weather conditions, flights may delay. For the airports with difficult topography, airport authorities put some extra norms for weather conditions for safer operation in every way. Weather minima are some safety tools which may differ depending upon the runway length, aircraft categories, and weather condition to see.
Thank you so much. Do you have a second, sir?
A few remaining, sir. Sorry for that. The visibility requirements for the aircraft operators to be followed as per the minimum requirements set forth by the authorities every day. That causes severe effects to the passengers who are especially weak and sick, including connecting flight passengers, but operators are helpless anyway. During airport closure, the weather minima, the chows inside terminals seems airport are running in haphazard way. Thousands of stranded passengers, some with wheelchairs, some with urgency for travel all the way, insufficient seats, sleeping in the floors. Some may be hungry, but scarcity of budget for food to pay. Air traffic delays are never intentional, but creates havoc to the valuable passengers in many ways. Science did many inventions and changes, but weather phenomena goes on its natural way. Passenger face trouble and airline face huge losses due flights cancellations and delay. But every trouble heals through the time and life becomes normal, giving signs of hope like sunray, signs of hope like sunray. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much. Namaskar. I have next up, I'd like to invite Dr. Seshni. Dr. Seshni, are you with us?
Seshni.
Dr. Seshni. Please forgive me if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly. I'm trying my best.
Hello, namaste, namaskar, vanakkam
Namaskar.
to everyone. My apologies, I joined late. I hope everyone's doing well today, this lovely Sunday. Yeah, and so I've got a few. I've got poems that I would like to read out. It's just two short ones, if that is okay.
Please, of course.
Okay, so thank you so much. And today in South Africa, we celebrate the 1860s arrival for the Indians that arrived, the first Indians that traveled from India to South Africa on the SS Truro. So it's the Indian Arrival Day. And it's, yeah, so I just wanted to say Happy Indian Arrival Day. It's for all the Grimmitayers that traveled from India to different parts of the world. I have done poems on that, but my poems are not related to that today. So I've just got a gratitude, thank you. Thank you, Dandiavat, Dandiavalu, Merci, Dankishin. Whichever way we say it, thank you is a blessing. It travels far, it touches hearts, it heals quickly, quietly, it is meaningful, it shows appreciation. Thank you. I am grateful. It is something we should say, but sometimes we forget, caught in the rush of living, in the noise of wanting. Yet when we pause and focus on all, we are grateful for something shifts. Our heart opens, our lives brighten, and more light finds its way in. Nandri, Dandiavat, thank you again for every kindness, every moment, every blessing. Okay, so that was my poem. And then the next one that I have is I did one on the 5th of November on Guy Fawkes. So if I can read that one, if that's okay.
Please, go ahead.
Yeah. The 5th November in London streets, so narrow, dark, and cold, a story was whispered, a secret bold. Guy Fawkes, with powder stacked below, dreamed of a day in fairy woo. The night was silent, except for heartbeats, plotted in shadow in hidden retreats. Barrel of gunpowder, the plan so dire, a city could tremble in explosive fire. But fate had eyes, and the plan was found. A night of reckoning would shake the ground. Fawkes was caught, the plot undone. History remembers what was begun. Yet centuries later, the embers remain, not in fear, but in fireworks flame. Bonfires blaze and sparks take flight, lighting the dark on this crisp November night. Children scream with delight and cheer, faces aglow as the sky draws near. Rockets soar and cackle loud, a celebration of memory proud. We remember the plot, the powder, the scheme, the shadowed street, and the dangerous dream. History told in flames and spark, a tale of treachery lighting the dark. And though Guy Fawkes met a grim fate, we burn his effigy, mark the date. The city remembers, the story is told, through fireworks bright and bonfires bold. So look to the sky, let the colors ignite, a story of old on a winter's night, a lesson of plots, of danger, of fire, and the sparks of history that never tire. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Richard, for chairing. Dandiavat. Nandri.
Lovely. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would like to call up our friend Meher. Meher, are you with us, my dear?
I'm here, Rick, but I'm not reading today. I'm just here to listen.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's wonderful. I'm glad you could come. I'm going to read one of mine. Holidays are always so special to us all, giving us a reason to appreciate each other, appreciate time. And a friend of mine produces a magazine at this time of the year for the holidays. And I thought, we could do all the standard ones, but my goodness, there's been so many poems about the standard holidays, the ones that everybody know. So I thought I would do some research and find some unusual holidays, holidays you might not have heard of. So I'm going to read you my little piece called "These Three Holidays I'll Describe That You Might Spy as You're Traipsing There Upon the Earth or just wandering by." As the holiday season approaches, sometimes in donkey carts, sometimes in coaches, one might spy with your little eye these splendid seasonal celebrations, not quite everywhere, but in some nations. The Krampus celebration, who might spot? If mighty Europa you might hop, where a gigantic horned figure you could spot, if you were careless and heedless of propriety when you shopped, and for just as the good kiddies get their rewards, for the others, yeah, it seems they get a sword. Where Krampus tramps and Homosasians stomp, where bad little kiddies get their chomps, this horned figure gets no rest, 'cause he finds out where the baddies do their best. And as the good kids get their reward, for the others, no doubt you've heard, the baddies get theirs, because the snarling, roiling Krampus, he cares. Then there's the holiday of radishes. On the 23rd of December, you might spy a splendid special celebration that just might meet your eye, where tiny miniature villages or a herd of llamas are all spread out before you in miniature, all carved from the boot of that colorful root, the radish. The radish, you might say, has its own special day, but you'd be wrong. You should sing that song for the radish, not the cabbage. Instead has its night. And you might well correct yourself, you silly, because the night of the radishes is pure delight. You might find on display entire villages carved from a single radish. You might see a tiny rabbi there in the radish singing the Kaddish. You might spot a plot from Hamlet on one side, with Juliet on her balcony when her karma collides with young Romeo, speckled and spotted where he's spotted, on this so pungent and colorful root, arrayed and displayed on its festive eve, I do believe. On another radish you might find the ample behind of some ingenue, with her retinue reclining, taking the sun or the shade. And if you will, in this eventide celebration, if you were to find the time, you might find a herd of hamsters carved from radishes, horses, mules, don't get these confused, all carved from radishes that night on display, then all over the swamp in salad dressing the very next day. And each December you'll find in Galway, a Swedish town, not always near Galway, that's Ireland, you find that around, they build each year a gigantic goat, a very special species there. You must take note. They build each year from scented sweet hay in bundles there a giant goat. And if the Galway goat was what you saw, all decked in red ribbon made of straw, you would be among those who would place a bet upon the heated fate of where the Galway goat got to up and went. It seems each year a dubious fate is quite contentious, you might state. There are those who find mischief, sport, a chance to set their minds to spark, and for a lark set it ablaze. Sometimes it burns fast in just a few short days, sometime, say, for sport or to protest. But in the end, either way, it's just ashes are left. So I say to Galway, with its suspicious or malicious fiery goat, I say to Galway, humanity is a fickle son, please take note, or you too might find your seasonal, let's be reasonable, extend your hosting to support such Yuletide pranks, that a smoky goatee doting there without police blotters, lest the plotters snort. So happy holidays from across the globe. Some unusual things you might not have heard. Well, it seems we have another guest. We have the charming, the talented Diane Mary Ward, who has just joined us. Diane Mary Ward, you have arrived just in time. Could I ask you to step up to the mic and let us hear a couple of your fine, fine poems.
Why, thank you so much. Can you hear me? Can you
I
hear me?
can.
All
And
right.
that is such a pleasure, I must say.
Thank you. All right. So it's from my book, Two Braids and a Bang, available at Amazon and Barnes and Noble. So this is love. Where has the time gone? Time is irrelevant when I'm with you. It's so true. I didn't believe that time flies by, but it does when I'm with you. We were both still youngish when we met. Then we became maturish. Now we're more maturish. I didn't believe that time flies, but it does when I'm with you. I wear an 8 now, not a 5'6". We still have dimples. Mine are in places I can't fix. It doesn't matter though. So this is love. DMW. That's my piece. Thank you. So
Lovely.
this is love.
Absolutely lovely. Please read another.
Okay. This is called I Cannot Fly Without My Soul to Guide Me. I cannot fly without my soul to guide me. My history of journeying resides within my soul. I soar within landscapes configured for my growth, my wisdom building. I land on terrain at first foreign, then friendly. I cannot fly without my soul because my landings are always airborne, light, at least some elemental gas or liquid, because if I drown, it's only temporary. My soul is my thought preserver, my sense of belonging somewhere and everywhere, as all journeys are. So I fly with my soul, whether sacred or shy, bemused or desperate. DMW. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
That was lovely. Thank you so much. Well, my friends, we seem to have run the marvelous gamut, the rainbow of you fine, fine poets. It's been my honor to be here for you with the blessing of Brother Prasanna Kumar. I've tried my best to be a genial host. I hope I haven't pronounced any of your names too badly. You're generous. You'll forgive me, I'm sure. Well, does anyone have an announcement to make? Want to mention a poetry event or some other event coming up that we should know about? Happy to hear your voice, and otherwise, I think we'll probably wrap it up for today. Any other comments or
Okay.
questions, my
I
friends?
just want to say something to everybody. There's a new book that's been launched in South Africa called Coastlines, and it's the brainchild of Dr. Amitabh Mitra and a lady called Zina John. So a few of us have been blessed to be included in the book, and the poem I read today was included in that book. So for all the latecomers, just to let everybody know that this book is out, and hopefully some of you will have an opportunity to get hold of the book. It is on Amazon and various platforms. So obviously, people like me are very jubilant and celebrating the fact. And I just want to mention to everybody that today is we're celebrating the arrival of the Indians in South Africa from India. We were exported by the British Empire to work on the sugarcane fields in South Africa, and until Gandhi actually managed to stop it happening. I think he managed to stop it around 1912. The Indians, there was a huge influx of Indians into South Africa. Not huge. There's just, I think, over 150,000 people came over. But so it's a very special day for us. Thanks.
If I could ask you one final thing, please send a positive healing thought to Brother Prasanna Kumar. I'm sure whatever adventures he's going through, our good energy will help just a little bit. So take a moment. We thank him for this wonderful group that gets together each week. Thank you all for coming. And with that, I think any other comments somebody wants to make before we go?
I was just going to say, yes, congratulations, Deena, on that book and the coastline. And I also mentioned that when I did my poem, that it's such a special day, the 16th of November, the Indian Arrival Day. So it's quite a auspicious day today. And that's why I'm wearing a sari as well. And just very grateful to the ancestors that made the journey, the 152, 184 ancestors, the Grimmitayers that made the journey from India to South Africa, and also the Grimmitayers that went to various parts of the world, like they went to Suriname, to Guyana, to Trinidad, to Caribbean, to Mauritius, and to Fiji. So there's a few other countries as well. So it's a very, very significant day. And thank you so much. Thank you, Richard. And thank you, all dear poets.
Thank you, all my friends.
And so, Richard, I just want to say, sorry, I have to say this. So, Richard, I just want to thank you for stepping in and hosting our group. It's become a habit, a Sunday habit that helps us celebrate our weekend. And when it doesn't happen, I feel like there's a hole in my weekend, and I miss it. I miss all the people that are part of this group, because every one of them is so special, and there's such words of beauty and wisdom that's shared. And Richard, so we can't thank you enough for what you're doing and keeping everything going. And we hope that Prasanna recovers, makes a full recovery, and is back with us soon. But while he's healing, we're actually very grateful to you for everything that you're doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you all, my friends. Namaskar. And then with that, I will close down our evening.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you all.